taco.
Okay,
So what we're doing today, we're doing a fried red snapper taco.
Okay.
And it's going to have an escovitch slaw with a jerk and avocado cream.
Okay, wait, what's escovitch?
Escovitch is a Haitian Caribbean technique of pickling peppers and onions.
Okay.
And they typically serve it over a fried fish. So even if it's a cod, a red snapper, the reason why I chose red snapper because of the properties of the snapper.
Okay.
So it's heavy in omega-3 fatty acids. It's really high in potassium. And what those things does, they help with the blood pressure and the flow of the blood. So we're eating healthy. We're having nice, tasty dishes, but we're also, bringing down the risk of those cardiovascular, episodes and everything like that.
Absolutely.
So
Okay.
we'll start with the slaw.
Okay.
So the first thing that we're going to use is yellow and purple cabbage. And a little bit of bell pepper.
Okay.
And I like to mix the cabbage with the bell pepper because what that does is the cabbage, is rich in vitamin C and vitamin K, which is really, really good for digestion and really, really good for your skin. So you can mix all of those in there.
Okay.
And then we're going to follow up with a little bit of champagne vinaigrette. So I like to brighten the things up and not just use a regular vinegar, but with one that has notes of citrus because it'll definitely help brighten it up.
Okay.
So as you stir that, we'll go ahead and season our snapper.
Right.
And we show...
Yeah, that's it.
Literally.
Okay.
So you just shake that in there, and then you'll add a little bit of the crema that we have just to add a little bit of extra moisture, and then you'll season it with just a little bit of this lemon pepper that we have right here, as soon as you get a chance, and that's it. So we'll go right to the fish.
Okay, you go to the fish. I'm not
Now we're gonna season it lightly because we still want to make sure we pay attention to the flavor and we don't want to overpower the fish.
All right.
So we got a little bit of garlic powder.
All right.
It's a saltless seasoning
I'm getting
too.
ready to say, what else is in
So
there?
it has parsley, it has hints of sea salt, a little bit of pink Himalayan salt with that fresh ground garlic.
I love that pink Himalayan
Me
sauce.
too.
That's some good stuff,
And
man.
you want to make sure you get it all around, make sure you get it even, perfect.
Yeah, I know. Well,
Just a little bit of salt, I know. Make sure you season it up, okay?
Okay, the seasoning.
And then we'll follow up with some Cajun.
Do we do both sides or just
Yeah, so
one
no,
side?
we're just gonna do one side because we're gonna season the cornmeal mixture as well, and we don't want to over salt or over season our food because you still want the quality of that red snapper, and you don't want to lose it. Follow up with a little bit of Cajun, yeah. And I'll just reach in, and while you're doing that, I'm just gonna follow up with those same seasonings right in our yellow cornmeal. You can use white cornmeal, you can use masa. Some people like to fry their fish with a little bit of flour and cornstarch to give it that really flaky look, but I like cornmeal. It reminds me of my grandmother's southern, Cajun fried catfish, and that's kind of what we're going for today.
I will say, when I head to the store, I don't think red snapper right out there either.
So red snapper is a bougie fish. Okay, it is.
All right.
This is a bougie recipe, guys. So if you can't afford snapper, you can go for other alternatives like a cod.
Okay.
You can go for a whitening. You can go for a catfish too as well. You don't have to go red snapper, but baby, we on the news. This is daytime Chicago. So
You hear me?
you have to step it up a little bit. And street food doesn't always have to be boring. And I really, really, really love street food because growing up on the south side of Chicago, we had a lot of vendors in our neighborhoods. That sold elote, taco, Italian beefs, the Maxwell Street Polish.
Hot
and
dogs.
those things supported a lot of families and communities where, big name corporations wasn't lost.
Okay.
So what we're going to do right here, guys, is we have some cornmeal that was already in the bowl.
Okay.
We have it seasoned with those same seasonings. Go ahead, and we're dredging it.
What's dredging?
So dredging is basically battering.
Oh, okay.
And you want to make sure before you fry it, you shake off the excess because you want it to flake. And then we're just going to go right into a hot pan, and you want it to be sizzling hot.
What
What type of
So
oil?
this is vegetable oil.
Okay.
I
But
don't
you can
use
use
vegetable
avocado
oil.
oil, you can use canola oil,
That's all I
a
use.
little grapeseed oil. It'll all fry about the same temperature.
Okay.
And then
How long we frying that in there?
we're gonna fry for about 4 to 7 minutes, depending on the thickness of those fillets.
Okay.
But we already have some prepared. So what you're gonna want to do is we have a plate for you. If one of you guys want to hold that,
Okay.
and I want to begin to just start to build your taco.
Okay.
So the way that we want to do it is we start with a little bit of that crema at the bottom. I like to squeeze lime right
You
over
said
the top.
this crema has some
It
avocado.
has avocado, cumin, mint, a little bit of lime, so it's like a verde jerk kind of crema. And I found that at a local grocery store. Look at that golden brown and crispy.
I need that.
And then it just has all of those flavors. It's already there. And what we want to do is just give this a slide, just another swivel right there. So
Do you need to let that settle a while so the flavors can...
Technically, it is a quick pickle.
Okay.
So that's
I
why
don't
we go
fry
with
no
that champagne
more.
vinegar
I'd
because
start
it has a
using
lot
my
more
air
flavor.
fryer.
But most people will
Man,
refrigerate
damn sure
30
don't
minutes
use no
almost to a
vegetable
day
oil.
before.
Okay.
But it's not necessary.
Okay.
It's absolutely not necessary.
Got
So
it.
what we're going to want to do is, I have this at an extreme temperature because we're on TV.
And we're making
So
it fast.
we're cooking it pretty quickly. go ahead. This was a pretty thin sliced
Yeah.
up snapper right there.
Well, and we tried this before the show. You were letting us sample it. It is so good.
And you want to rest it right on top of a paper towel.
Okay.
Some people like to use newspaper. Baby, my grandma said get that paper towel. You know? And then
newsprint on the
we'll go and we'll build that taco.
Okay.
So
Ooh,
I take it. It's okay. No, I'm fine.
He's like, I have no feel of my
Yeah.
fingers.
So we go right here, break that up right on top of the taco, just like that, guys. Look how beautiful
Oh,
and
that's
steamy
so
that
good.
is.
Mhm.
And then we'll follow right up with the slaw,
Okay.
right over the top. And you want to get a heaping amount because you want that crunch. You don't want it to just be.
You got that fresh.
Yes,
that
you want
fish.
all of that
Yeah.
texture just like that. And then I like to just hit it with a little bit of tomato. Excuse me, that brings a little bit of acidity. It brings a little sweetness to the dish. Then a little bit of sprout over the top just for
Look how pretty that
color.
is.
Gorgeous.
All right, Chef Kim, we want to get all your information on the
Yes.
screen while you're finishing that. DineImmersive.com is his website. Cooking with Cam, the social media handles. And of course, I find him on Facebook as well. Chef, this was fantastic.
Delicious and bright and beautiful.
Bright
They
and
make
beautiful.
the food colorful.
Yes.
and
Yes,
Yeah,
of course.
Let's do one of these. Those are too hot.
Yeah.
These are perfect.
You take that one, I'll take this one.
Okay.
Try
All
that
right,
one for you, my
thanks.
love.
Ooh, all right. So up next, how a new Senate bill could protect children under the age of 13.